Hi everyone and welcome back. So this is unit 6.5 cross sections, and this isn't really in our textbook necessarily. There's like one little like lab thing or something like that on it, where it just kind of talks about it. So there's really nothing to look up in the book on this one. So just make sure you pay good close attention on this one. Okay, let's go ahead and put our name, class hour, and today's date. Let's go ahead and work on the bell ringer. As you can tell, I'm still sick, so sorry about my voice being sounding weird. If you're used to hearing it all the time. All right, let's go ahead and work on the bell ringer for a second or two, and you're ready, come back to me. All right, let's take a look. It says a prism is a three-dimensional figure with at least two parallel congruent faces called bases that are polygons. A pyramid is a three-dimensional figure with one base that is a polygon. Its other faces are triangles. Write prism or pyramid on the line below each figure. All right, so the first one, this would be a prism. All right, next part, this is a pyramid. This one is a pyramid. And this last one is a prism. Okay, it's not a pyramid just because it has a triangle. Okay, the triangle is actually the bases, and that means that the faces are rectangles. And when you have rectangular faces and and that stuff, then that makes it a prism. Okay, not a pyramid. Okay, pyramids always come to a point. This one does not. All right. All right, let's go ahead and look at what we're going to learn for today. And yours is just slightly different than mine, so give me just a second here. I'm trying to find this in the book. It's in here somewhere. That's weird. Okay, I'll just keep going. I'm quite sure where all this came from. Okay, well, it's cross section, so let's go to that one. Maybe I'm just, oh, there we go. I was on the wrong page. That would make sense. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we're going to identify and draw three-dimensional figures. So identify 3D figures. And we're going to, what did I say? Draw 3D figures. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom part, and let's see what all these mean. So first we have an edge. An edge is where two planes intersect in a line. So I always like to think of it as the walls or the ceiling are meeting each other. Okay, so as you look around the room, look at where your walls are, see where the walls meet to make the corner, and then also as the ceiling meets the wall. Okay, those are the edges of the room. Okay, the vertex is where three or more planes intersect at a point. Okay, so it's not that like the two walls meeting. All right, it would be like either at the bottom where the floor meets two walls or where the ceiling meets your two walls. Okay, so that's where you get three or more planes all meeting. So it's kind of like the sharp corners, as I always like to think of them. Okay. Next is the face. So the face is like the walls themselves. The faces are just what's going around, okay, the figure. A diagonal is going from one plane to another. Okay, so it's a line segment whose endpoints and vertices that are not neither adjacent nor on the same face. Okay, so it's going from one corner of the room to its opposite corner of the room. Okay? All right, let's take a look at this one. So we're going to identify the figure, name the bases, faces, edges, and the vertices. Right? So this isn't really hard. It is time consuming. I'll just give you a heads up. So if I'm talking fast, it's because I try not to drag this out. Otherwise, it just gets way too boring. Okay? So first we need to identify the figure. So first we need to figure out if it's a prism or if it's a pyramid. And in this case, since it has a triangular base, it will be a triangular prism. This is a triangular prism. Again, why is it a prism? Because it has rectangular sides, and the bottoms are triangles. Okay, you always name it by the base. Okay. All right. So now we're going to name the bases. So in this case, it would be the two triangles. So we have ABE, and we also have FCD. Okay, which is the other one. Okay, next is the faces. So remember, the faces are like the walls. So on this one, it's kind of always hard to tell, but like the BAE and the CFD are actually the ceiling and the floor. So what happened is it like blew over in the wind and it kind of fell over and laying on its side. Okay, so think about like when you're laying in bed. Where's the top of your body? It's on its actual side, right? And your feet are still your feet, but you're just laying down. Okay, same thing here. So like BAE, so bay, crazy as it sounds. Okay. Would be your like the feet, okay, or the head, and then the CFD would be the opposite part. So it's kind of like it's laying down. All right. So the faces are going around, so it would be like the walls. All right. So if we stood it back up, what would be the walls? Well, the walls would be, let's see, B, C, D, E, and then we would also have F, A, E, D, F, A, E, D. Then we also have A, B, C, F. And then the ceiling and the floor also count as a face, okay? Some books do include it, some of them don't. We're going to go ahead and include it. So the triangles then would also be ABE or FCD, okay? Next are the edges, okay? So all the little line segments that go from one plane to the other part. So we're going to name those. We're going to put a line segment up above them. And again, I know I'm going fast here. I'm just writing them so that way you guys can keep on moving. So it's segment AB, segment BE, segment EA, segment FC, segment CD, segment DF, segment BC, segment ED, and finally segment AF. Okay, so there's a lot of them. So I said, it's not that this is hard, it's just it is time consuming. So as you're doing these, honestly what I suggest is I usually grab like a pencil or a highlighter, colored pencil, something like that, and I just kind of retrace over everything. So as I do each one, then I slowly retrace over, and then I make sure I've got the whole thing drawn out again. All right, next are the vertices. The vertices are just the really sharp corners, so we're just listing all the letters. So in this case, we would have A, B, C, D, E, F. And that's it. Okay? All right, let's look at number 2. So for this one, again, first we need to name it. So we look at the base, and it is a pentagon. So we say pentagonal. And then since the faces are triangular, that makes it a pyramid. So it's a pentagonal pyramid. All right, we're going to name the base. Well, the good thing about a pyramid is that there is only one base. So we're just going to go in alphabetical order. So we're going to say it's RSTUV, RSTUV. Then we're going to name each of the faces. So again, what I kind of do is I just kind of start at the front and then work my way around here. All right, so our faces are going to be the same as the base, so let's go ahead and put that one down, RSTUV. And then let's just start in the corner over there. So we got QVR, we've got QRS, we've got QST, we've got QTU, and we've got QUV. Okay, next we're going to do the edges. Okay, so again, this is the part that's the most time consuming here, so I'm just going to go straight through. So it's QR, there's QS, there's QT, there's QU, there's QV, there's VR, there's RS, there's ST, there's TU, and there's UV. There we go. Okay, so again, that does take a little bit of time. Okay, on homework, it's fine. You got plenty of time. You can go through there and retrace them. Okay, next are your vertices. And again, we just go in alphabetical order usually. So we'll have Q, R, S, T, U, and V. That's it. Okay? All right, let's look at the next part. All right, so on number 3, again, we're going to name it first. So since it's all rectangular sides and top and bottom, it's called a rectangular prism. Okay, so our bases, so we're going to have, there's actually different ones because you could technically have forwards, backwards, up and down, front, back, and so on. So just pick 2, it really don't matter. So as you do homework, there's going to be multiple options. Usually it's the 2 that don't match anything else, but in this case, everything kind of matches more or less. So we're just going to pick some, so it really don't matter. So let's go ahead and say it's A, B, C, D. Oh, sorry, A, B, C, D. There we go. E also, sorry. There we go. And let's do and, sorry. Let's do and then let's do E, F, G, H. Let's put here, there are others. So there are others. Okay, we're just going to pick those, okay, just for time's sake. All right, and then let's look at the faces. So the faces would be A, B, C, D. We've got E, F, G, H. Then we have A, B, F, E. We have D, C, G, H. D, C, G, H. And then we got A, D, H, E. And B, C, G, F. B, C, G, F. Okay, next are the edges. Again, this is kind of long, so just bear with me here. So we got segment AB, segment BC, segment CD, segment AD, segment EF, segment FG, segment GH, segment EH, segment AE, segment BF, segment CG, oops, that's supposed to be a C, sorry, CG, and segment DH. Okay, got all those. And the vertices, again, are the easy part. It's just each letter. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, go ahead and pause it and catch up if you need to. And let's go ahead and work on this one. So first we're going to write the name. So there's all triangles, so this is a triangular pyramid. Okay, its base is JML. The faces are JML, JKM, KML, and JKL. The edges are JK, KL, JL, JM, KM, and LM. And then our vertices are JKLM, JKLM. Okay? All right, so again, I know this is kind of time consuming. It's just one of those things that we have to go through. So I know it's not hard, it's just it does take a little while. So take your time, okay? So again, we named the figure by its base. In this case, it was a triangle, so triangular pyramid. The base, we just pick one. I used to use the bottom. And then the faces are all the sides. And then the edges are all the where the walls meet. And then the vertices then are the sharp corners. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the next part. Okay, so next we're going to look at the cross section. So it says describe the shape resulting from a vertical, angled, horizontal cross section of a square pyramid. All right. So if I slice that on that vertical slice there, what shape would I see is what it's asking for. Okay. Well, it kind of gives it away. Do you guys see this little outline right here? Okay, they pretty much give it to you. So whenever you slice down there, okay, what would you see? You would see a triangle. Okay, when you go through a angled slice, this one's a little bit harder to see. It kind of looks like a rectangle, but remember that the walls, like this front part here that's lighter, it's actually going to be kind of angled inward a little bit. So what we're actually going to see is a trapezoid. Remember, a trapezoid most commonly looks like this. Okay, kind of looks like a triangle with the top cut off. Okay, and then if we sliced horizontally, so straight across, then we would see either a square or a rectangle. Okay, in this case, because it's a square pyramid, it would be a square bottom. Okay, so a square bottom will give us the square at the other one. If it's a rectangular pyramid, then it would be rectangular. So just kind of look at what the base name is. Okay, so look at base name. Oops, gotta spell it right. Put main instead of name. There we go, name. All right. This one I always say is elongated base. Okay. And then a vertical slice is usually the same as the wall. So let's just put same aside, I guess. Okay, same as the side. Okay, so a vertical slice is the same as the side. Your angled slice is the elongated base. Elongated means like stretched out. Okay, so if I just kind of held onto it and started pulling, what would happen? Okay, and then the horizontal slice is just going to look exactly like what the base already does. Okay, we're just basically cutting off the top end. All right, now we're going to describe the shape resulting in a vertical, angled, and horizontal cross section of a cylinder. Okay, so let's real quick draw a cylinder. So for a cylinder, we would have something like that. And I can't draw, as you all know, so don't laugh at my drawing. All right, so if we were going to cut vertically, okay, what would I see if I cut vertically? Well, think about a can. If I cut a can in half, what shape am I going to see? Okay, now remember it has to be a 2D shape, so I wouldn't see the actual curvature of it. All I would actually see is the rectangle. Okay, now we're going to do an angled slice. All right, so again, if I cut through it at an angle, okay, so the base is a circle, and the angled slice is always an elongated version of that. So if I have a circle and I stretch it out, what do I see? I see an oval, all right, or an ellipse, okay, either one. So in this case, we will see an oval. And then we're going to do a horizontal. So if I just cut the top of a tube of biscuits off, okay, think about it, if you pull out the whole tube of biscuits and you pull the first biscuit off, what does it still look like? It still looks like a tube of biscuits, right? Just shorter, okay? So we would still see the circle on that one. Okay, so kind of think of it that way. Okay. And then these last two here, go ahead and work on those. And let's just kind of go through it really quick here. So what do we call this one? Well, they have triangular sides and rectangular sides. So that means we're going to have a triangular prism here. This is a triangular prism. Okay, we have bases of QRS and TUV. Oops. And TUV. Our faces would be QRS, TUV, QS, oops, QS, VT, SRUV, and RQTU. Okay, we have edges. Okay, so that would be edge QR. We have RS. We have QS. We have TU. We have UV. And we have TV. Sorry, I know sometimes my U's and V's look alike. And we have QT. We have RU. And finally we have SV. Okay, next we have vertices, so that's all the sharp corners, so it'd be Q, R, S, T, U, and V. Okay? All right, let's take a look at example 2. So it says describe the shape resulting from a cross-section. So we have a pyramid, we're cutting vertically. Okay, so vertically would just look like the sides that we already have, so in this case it would be a triangle. And that's it. All right. Thanks for watching, and again, sorry my voice is so weird. I'm hopefully getting over this sometime soon. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.